All right, welcome to another class with Mathemasoft, and this is our continuation class on partial fraction. So far, I've dropped two classes on partial fraction, and it's very important that you watch those two classes so that you can have a good understanding of the subsequent classes just like this. In the last class, the second video I dropped on partial fraction, there I explained different types of partial fractions, that is different ways that you may have to resolve a partial fraction, talking about non-factorizable quadratic denominator, talking about the repetitive denominator, talking about linear denominator, talking about having an improper algebraic fraction where you may have to first divide using polynomial division method before you can actually split the rest into partial fractions. So you have to try as much as possible to watch that second class for you to have a good understanding. So in this class, I will proceed with solving these examples. So we have expressed the following as the sum of partial fractions. So solution, you have 2x minus 1 over x plus 2. So just like I have already explained in the second video, so the first thing you have to check here is for you to check the denominator. Look at your denominator, okay? What we have here now is linear denominator. And we can see that this, of course, is not improper fraction, because if we are to expand this denominator, it will result to x raised to power 2. And the power of x in the numerator is actually 1. So this shows that this is actually a like a proper fraction, and then we can proceed by breaking these into the partial fraction. X plus 2 plus b over x minus 3. So the next step now is for us to write 2x minus 1 denominator, x plus 2 x minus 3. And then here we find the LCM. The LCM will be x plus 2, x minus 3, and then x plus 2 in here we are going to get x minus 3. That will multiply a that we have there, x minus 3, and then we have plus x minus 3 in this LCM. We will have x plus 2, and that will be b bracket x plus 2. Okay, so that's what we'll have. Now we can see that our denominator here and denominator here, they are equal. So for our denominator to be equal, it means that the numerator also must be equal. So we can easily carry our numerator now. 2x minus 1 is actually equals to a bracket x minus 3 plus b bracket x plus 2. So we can actually eliminate using elimination method. So obviously, if we look at the right hand side, if we plug in x as a 3, okay, that will make these to actually become a bracket 3 minus 3. That will be 0. It will make a to disappear. So we have eliminated a, therefore leaving only b in this equation. And easily with that, we can find our b. So let's say put x equals to 3. So that will make this one to become 2 bracket 3 minus 1 equals a bracket 3 minus 3. In most cases, you don't have to write this again. I'm just writing it because we are just starting. So plus b into bracket 3 plus 2. And then this will give us 6 minus 1 equals to 0 plus 5b. So we now have 5 equals 5b, and b equals 5 over 5 equals to 1. Now that we have gotten our b, we can go back to the same equation and plug in, put x equals to uh, minus 2. If we put x equals to minus 2, so what will happen here is that this will also disappear and become 0. okay, because minus 2 plus 2 will give us a 0, and that will multiply b, that will make it 0. So only a will be left in that equation. So let's write that. That will be 2 bracket minus 2 now. This is what I'm actually, the original equation we have there, equals a bracket minus 2 minus 3 plus this will become 0. So I don't need to be writing it. We know that that will actually become 0. So this will become minus 4 minus 1, okay, equals minus 5a, okay, and that will be minus 5 equals minus 5a, and a also will be equals to minus 5 over minus 5. That will be equals to 1. So our a is 1 and our b is also 1. So we can now rewrite our fraction as the sum of the partial fraction this way. So we have, therefore, 2x, okay, minus 1 over x plus 2x minus 3, x plus 2x minus 3 equals our a, okay, that we have before, a over x plus 2, and then plus we have b over x minus 3. So now we just write the value of a and b. So I just want to show you that that's what I'm doing. Now I'm removing the just b and now put their value 1 plus 1. So this is what they ask us to do. So we have successfully written this, fraction as the sum of its what partial fraction. Its partial fraction are 1 over x plus 2 and 1 over x minus 3. So that's the solution to number 1. Now number 2, let's take number 2. Let me duplicate that. Uh, we have number 2. So number 2, we have to split this also. So it's also linear denominator. So we have a plus x minus 1, then plus b, okay, 2x minus 1. And then we can say this will be 3x minus 1, 2x minus 1 equals LCM will be x minus 1, 2x minus 1. And then I have a. So by now you should know that that will be 2x minus 1 plus b bracket x minus 1. And then we can compare the two sides now. Denominators are the same, therefore our numerators can be compared as 3 equals a bracket 2x minus 1, okay, plus b bracket x minus 1, okay. Easily, let me start with this. So we can see that if we plug in x as 1, that will make this part to become 0. So we can say put x equals to 1, because then we have 3 equals a bracket 2 bracket 1 minus 1, okay, plus b bracket 1 minus 1. Like I said, you don't have to be writing this since you know that it will become 0. So that will be 3 equals a bracket 2 minus 1 plus 0, and then that will make it to be 3 equals uh a times 1, which would definitely make it to be a equals to 3. So our a is equals to 3. If we observe also very well, if we put x as half here, 1 over 2, it will also make this to be 0. Okay, so let's do that. You just have to think of the value of x that will eliminate one of them. Okay, that's just the skill that you need here. So we have a bracket 2, bracket 1 over 2 minus 1 plus b into bracket half minus 1. So this will be 3 equals, like this one I'm not supposed to write it, but just to show you because it looks like fraction. 2 times half will give you 1 minus 1. So you can see now to make it to become 0. But this will be b bracket half minus 1 will be minus half. Okay, that will be minus half. And this will result to 3 equals 0 minus half b. So minus half b equals to 3. All right. So let's multiply both sides by minus 2. Minus 2 over 1. Okay. Multiply that side also by minus 2 over 1 so that we can remove that minus half that is with b. So times minus 2 over 1. 2 cancel 2. Minus times minus will give us plus equals 3 into bracket minus 2 over 1 on the other side. So this is like saying the left hand side, the right hand side. Okay. And then we have minus times minus, that will give us b here equals minus 6. Okay. Minus 6 over 1, and that will be minus 6. And now we can now write our partial fractions. Okay, let me just copy it. That will make it faster. Let me copy it so that I can just plug it in directly. Okay, so therefore this is what we have. We can now, okay, eliminate a, eliminate b, and because this will result to, okay, our a, we got our a to be 3. Our a is 3, so that will be 3. This is minus 6. Okay, so instead of just writing the minus 6, that minus will multiply this plus, and that will make it minus. So instead of that, this our plus will become minus, so that will be minus 6. Okay, so this is what they ask us to do. So we have 3 over x minus 1. That's the first partial fraction. And the second one is 6 over 2x minus 1. So this is what they ask us to do. Please, if you have not subscribed to this channel, kindly do so. Please share this video, and let me have your comments, okay, and your thumbs up. Thank you very much. Bye.